Hi everyone. Welcome to the lectures of the Self-Knowledge course. Today we will have lecture number 3 of the Phase B. In this one, we will have a guided practice on astral unfolding or projection. Remember that this Phase B lectures are aimed at all of you who already participated of the cycle of Phase A, as they are a base to better understand these topics. If you haven't seen them yet, I invite you to look for them here on the page, in a playlist in the video section. In the third lecture of Phase A, we talked in detail about what is astral projection, and about different techniques that we can use to achieve it. And in the guided practice that we will have today, you will have the opportunity to review the step-by-step for the chanting mantras technique. And if you want to, you can do it along with me, so that you solve any doubt you have in relation to this practice, and you encourage yourself to do it every night. This to achieve the conscious passage to the fifth dimension of nature, or astral world. Remember that to consciously unfold ourselves to the astral plane is to make conscious something that we do every day. Because every time that our physical body falls asleep, we pass to the astral plane, but we do it in an unconscious way. And those experiences that we live, and that we call dreams, actually are projections that our soul has to the astral world or world of dreams. The thing is that every night we go there unconscious, and with this practice we will be able to bring out that inner double or soul, which is a body exactly the same as the physical one, but of a molecular nature, to move at will and consciously in the astral world. The conscious astral unfolding is an important tool for self-knowledge. It is a very important tool for investigation. When we are conscious there in the fifth dimension, we can investigate anything. We can ask our inner being to show us the reality of many things. We can corroborate there the information that we are receiving in this course. And when we are working on ourselves in the practice of the 3 factors for the revolution of consciousness, we start making the merits of the heart to make more in-depth investigations in the astral plane. We can ask our being to show us our past lives. Or we can ask, if we don't already have, a partner with whom to do the spiritual birth work on this physical plane. Actually, there is a whole world of things that you can actually investigate in the astral plane. Therefore, it is very important that we begin to make an effort to carry out our conscious astral projection every day, with patience and perseverance, in order to achieve it. Today we are going to see the step-by-step of the practice. We are going to do a small guided practice, so that we can check how the practice is done, and we can resolve any doubts that we still have regarding this practice. We are going to make a 15-minute practice. Hopefully you can relax yourself enough so you can experience now the symptoms of the unfoldment. Because that is what we are looking for, that you experience and learn to recognize the symptoms that indicates that the astral unfolding is taking place. Once you are feeling any of the symptoms, you relax even more and let the symptom grow. And then, you must get up slowly and check if you are already unfolded. You can check by jumping a little to see if you stay floating, or you can check by stretching one of your fingers to see if it stretches. If any of this happens, is because you already managed to unfold yourself consciously into the astral plane. If not, then you should return to relax yourself and continue with the technique until searching to experience the symptoms again, and repeat the process until you achieve it. Now let's do the practice. What we recommend first is to make a few minutes of dervishes' dances. We saw those exercises in lecture 41 of the Phase A. With this exercise we get to coordinate our 3 brains, and get a better concentration in the practice of astral unfolding. Also, this exercise produces in our body a very favorable vibrational phenomenon to achieve astral unfolding. In this guided practice we are not going to set a time for the dervish dance, but when you practice it on your own, you should encourage yourself to do it, so that you experience its benefits. If you haven't watched yet the video where we explain the dervishes' dances, I encourage you to look for Conference 41 of the Phase A, in the videos section of this page. We are going to harmonize the place where we are, by cleaning it of all kinds of heavy and negative energies. We will do this by singing the Bailey song, which is the protection song that we learned in Lesson 7 of Phase A. And then, we will do the magic circle of protection, to prevent negative energies from entering and bothering us while we do the practice. If you haven't learned the protection conjurations yet, you can read them here, or you can mentally follow them along with me. Let's start.
Beliling, beliling, beliling. Anchor of salvation, I would like to be close to you. Materialism has no power over me. Beliling, beliling, beliling.
Now, let's make the magic circle of protection. Let's close our eyes and focus on the heart. And we will humbly ask our inner Father like this: Father of mine, Lord of mine, God of mine, I beg you, if it is your will, to command my elemental intercessor to leave from my body and draw a magical circle of protection around this place, in order to make it free from any evil forces. Elemental intercessor, elemental intercessor, elemental intercessor. Do your work in the name of Christ, by the power of Christ, by the majesty of Christ. Now we imagine how the elemental intercessor draw a green fiery circle around the place we are, in a clockwise direction, while we mentally sing the mantra, S, 3 times. What we are achieving with this is protecting our physical body so that negative entities, such as witches, black magicians, larvae, etc., don't access our space and don't manage to steal any energy from us, or what is known as sleep paralysis. So, this is a very important step that you should do every time you go to sleep. Now, let's make a plea for assistance to our inner Father and our Divine Mother to help us and guide us during this practice. You can do this request with your own words. I would make the request as follows. My Father, my Lord, my God, Divine Mother, I humbly ask you to assist me in this practice of astral unfolding, so that I can succeed in this practice. Now let's set our objective. That is, what we want to investigate once we are conscious on the astral plane. And let's say it to ourselves 3 times. This is a very important step, because if you don't have clear in advance the objective that you want to achieve during your conscious astral projection, then, once there, you are going to start wandering, and you are going to start dreaming. And you are going to lose the opportunity to investigate something important, something that you really want. Let's now do a relaxation and concentration process. Let's take a comfortable position, preferably lying in a supine position, since this position greatly helps the symptoms to be more noticeable when the process of detachment, or astral unfolding, is taking place. Now, what we are going to do is relax our emotional area by breathing slowly and long, and we are going to relax our mental center by listening to all the sounds that surround us. Let's start inhaling the air through the nose, slowly and long, and then we are going to hold the breath for a few seconds, and we are going to exhale slowly through our mouth. Let's set 1 minute of concentration on the breath, observing the entrance and exit of the air. Let's start now. Now let's take 1 minute to listen to all the sounds around us. This to calm the mind. You pay attention to any sound around you, and immediately let go of it, continuing to look for increasingly distant sounds. You are going to listen to them, but you are not going to become identified with them, but you are going to let them go, and look for another and another sound. And then, you're going to return to concentrate in your heart, trying to listen the sound of your heart. Let's do this for about a minute from now. It is very important that we make our mind silence, so we can easily concentrate in the process of astral unfolding. Now let's make a relaxation of our physical body. Let's start by imagining a bright light of whatever bright color you like. And we are going to imagine how that bright light penetrates and relaxes each area of our body. We are going to feel that area, and we are going to release the area and relax it. So let's start by feeling our right foot. Imagine how that bright light enters through your big toe. And imagine how that light fills your entire foot. Now feel each part of the foot and relax it. Let's continue with the calf, imagining how that light relaxes it. And we will bring this light to the knee. We are going to feel the knee, and we are going to relax it. Now take it to the thigh, fill it with the light, and relax it. Now we are going to do the same with the left leg. We are going to feel our left foot. We are going to imagine how that warm light enters the foot through the big toe and fills our entire foot. Then we are going to bring it all the way to our knee, and we are going to feel it, and we are going to relax it. Now we are going to bring it to our thigh. Now the entire left leg is completely relaxed and full of that calming light. Now we are going to relax our right arm. We feel our right hand. We imagine that the light relaxes our hand and slowly rises through the entire arm. Up to the shoulder, relaxing it completely. Now we do the same with the entire left arm. We imagine how the bright light enters and relaxes the left hand, and the whole left arm. We fill it with that bright light, and we feel the whole arm, and we relax it. Now we feel our entire lower back, our buttocks, and all our genital area full of that light, also our hips. We imagine how that bright light relaxes and releases that entire area. Then we feel our stomach, we fill it with this bright light. We feel our chest, and we also relax it, and we feel it completely filled with this light. Now we imagine how this light runs through our entire back and relax all our spine. Any point that we feel tense, we just feel it, and we release it and relax it. Now we feel our shoulders completely filled with this light, and we relax them. We feel our neck, our nape. We release that area, and we imagine how this light invades our entire head and relaxes our head completely. Also, our face, our eyes, our tongue. Every part of our face is also full of this light and is now completely relaxed. And now we are going to say to our physical body 3 times. I order you, physical body, to relax, to unwind, and to calm down. I order your physical body to relax, to unwind, and to calm down. I order your physical body to relax, to unwind, and to calm down. At this point, you're going to apply the technique you have chosen for the practice. In conference number 3 of Phase A, we were teaching different techniques to achieve conscious astral projection. Today we are going to use the chanting mantras technique. There are several mantras that we could use. A mantra is a word whose sound generates a specific vibration within us that generates some type of result. There are different mantras for different purposes. We teach 5 mantras that produce in the person a peculiar vibration, suitable for accelerating the process of detachment of the astral body from the physical body. It is important to keep in mind to use only one mantra per practice, since each one has a specific and different vibration, and therefore we shouldn't mix them during the practice. And for today's practice, we are going to choose the mantra Fahraon. When chanting this mantra, we are going to focus our attention on our forehead, imagining a pyramid there. We are going to start chanting the mantra about 10 or 12 times out loud. Then, we will begin to lower our voice while we continue repeating the mantra, until we continue repeating it mentally. You will keep repeating the mantra mentally, keeping yourself relaxed, until you feel any of the symptoms that let you know that the detachment process is already taking place. You could feel that your body starts to swell, or that you start to float, or that you are gently rocked, or that your legs or arms lift up and float. Or you might start to feel a little jolt. Or you might start to feel like you're spinning at high speed. Or you could start listening to a sound like a high pitch. Or you could consciously appear in a dream. When you feel any of the symptoms, what you are going to do is get up and jump to check if you are already unfolded on the astral plane. If you stay there in the air, floating, then you will know that you have achieved it. Or you can stretch your finger to see if it stretches, and if it doesn't, you just return to your place and continue with the technique. And if you find yourself already conscious in the astral plane, you remember your objective and go for it. So we are going to do this for around 15 minutes to practice. Let's start now. Okay, 15 minutes has passed. You can now return, start moving slowly. How was the practice? Well, I hope you have at least experienced some of the symptoms. This has been a small, guided practice for you to experience the step-by-step technique of astral unfolding by chanting mantras. The idea is that you encourage yourself to practice astral unfolding daily, using the technique you prefer. And something important to keep in mind is that upon returning to the physical body, you must make an effort to remember the experience. There is a mantra that is very useful to remember our astral experiences, and it goes like this.
Raum Gaum Raum Gaum.
So, every morning as soon as you wake up, without moving any part of your body, you start chanting mentally this mantra, trying to remember the last thing from your dream or conscious astral experience. And you're going to be able to reconstruct all the experience. And once you remember the whole experience, it is important to write it down, or immediately analyze it, and there to interpret the experience. And well, this has been today's practice. I hope that you encourage yourself to make the practice every day. The secret is to practice with a lot of patience until you achieve it. I want to invite you to our next Phase B lecture, where we are going to be talking about mental unfolding. That is a practice that allows, once we are conscious in the astral plane, to go up to the upper level of the fifth dimension, which is the mental plane. And we are going to learn in that lecture about the characteristics of the mental plane, and the important investigations that we can do there. Thank you very much to all for attending this conference. See you next time.